I'm Christy with AAA Carolina's Go Magazine, and today we are with Mike Pack. We are aboard the Carnival Horizon, their newest and biggest ship to date. Now, we have sailed with you before. He's the cruise director.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's exciting.
Yes.
Do you remember what ship it was?
Conquest, I believe. Yes.
I like the Conquest.
And so how long have you been in the Carnival family?
I guess 7 years. I was very lucky. I almost immediately became a cruise director. I did the, I've done lots of ships now, but I was on the Conquest. After that was the Glory. After that was the Breeze, and did the Vista for a bit, and now I'm here. So
Very cool.
I like it. I've done a lot of other ships as cruise director as well, but they're the ones I was on for a while. And I like the Conquest too.
Yeah, the Conquest is a lot of fun.
Can't keep up with the Horizon.
Cannot. So, yes, let's talk about the Horizon.
Yeah.
What are some of the newest perks that our new cruisers can see, or even past Carnival cruisers can hope to see?
Let's go through I'm not biased on the cruise director, but from an entertainment standpoint, we've stepped the game up. For me, it's easier to see. I mean, if you've done a lot of shows, the digital screens themselves are much better. The whole way across is the top quality screen. It's full HD from anywhere in the room. The Conquest class have still got fantastic screens, but they're not to the level we are here. We've also got in 3 of our 4 shows live music back in the shows, which no one else can say. And also 3 of our 4 shows are brand new, created for this ship, including one of them which you'll see tonight, hopefully if you come.
Oh yes, we don't miss a show.
Good, which has our incredible string trio. The first time we've ever put a string trio, the violinists, in a show. So they're performing tonight with the performers, not just using on the stage every inch of this theatre, and electric violins. Is there anything cooler than that? I mean,
we've gotten to listen to them in the atrium a few times.
Yeah.
Very.
And that's one thing in there, but when you see them in here, it's mind blowing. It's phenomenal. But it's nice to have our own shows. Other things we've got on this ship, of course, the Pig and Anchor. I mean, I got to open it with Guy Fieri, who was one of the funniest people ever. We got there, and we had some lines we were going to say and talk about and things we wanted to hear. And he got there, and I was like, "Here's your scissors," and he's like, "I'm a chef, not a seamstress. Can I have a knife?" And he wanted to cut the ribbon with a knife, and it was just really good chatting to him. And what he's created there is amazing. Now we've got the triple threat. We've got the classic Guy's Burgers, but as well as that, we've got the Pig and Anchor for afternoons, and then as well for the evenings. So it's great. So,
and the burger joint, Guy's Burger Joint, I am impressed with the veggie burger. I don't do meat, so they made.
They do it for you. Of course they will. It's
really,
great.
Really
yeah. No, it's great that we've got Guy's Burger, and when we have guests that go to other cruise lines have got things similar, but I'm not going to say names, but the cruise line that people always put us together, of course you have to pay for their burger experience, and ours you don't, and it's always going to be one of the biggest pulls. I mean, whether you're a vegetarian or not.
Right, and it's hard not to do a burger every day because
it is hard.
You're not going to get it when you get off the ship.
Absolutely.
So you have to get your burger in.
Yeah, 3? Yeah, good job. And it's also what I always try to encourage people to do is explore the other venues. Like the Pig and Anchor is free for lunch today. People think because it's a paid venue with different food, of course, in the evening, it's included for lunch. So that's why I'm going straight after this. I'm going up there, and what a lot of people do is as they go through the week, and I encourage anyone that's watching to do it from day one, is you're on vacation, be creative with food. How often do you get to go, you know what, I'm going to go to the pizza place? We brought back a few of the classic sandwiches as well from the past, which is going really good. Have you been to the deli upstairs?
Yes, I did the mozzarella, tomato, basil sandwiches. Really,
you got to bring
really
them back.
Good.
And even like the classic just cheese sandwich. People went. We thought when we had all these fancy sandwiches, we were like, all right, now we've got all these fancy ones. No one's going to want the plain ones, the simple ones anymore. And of course, we were wrong. And we were wrong. We went, all right, let's bring them back. And it's a huge success. And the cotton candies up there.
Oh, yes.
Have you had the ice cream cones?
Not
the fish
yet.
One?
No,
See, it's the little things we get, because we're the flagship, because we're the new one, we get the things like that. We're the first people to get the brand new sandwich. We're the first people to get the cotton candy. We're the first people to get, I think it's a fish-shaped Ice cream cone?
Ice cream cone, yes.
Yeah.
The waffle, it was like a waffle cone.
Yeah, it's a waffle
but
cone, but shaped as a fish. I mean, like,
Very
these
clever.
small things are very cool. And around the ship, we've got a lot of other great venues. I mean, the teppanyaki upstairs is proving very, very popular. And just all the things. The Vista is phenomenal. I got to be cruise director there, but that was the first one. And whenever you do something twice, you're always going to make improvements.
Right.
And it's the small things that make the big difference. I mean, it's going to sound ridiculous, but the doors are much better here. In the Ocean Plaza, they have a shut door. We have the spin door. And sometimes when you're doing a trivia, someone will open that door and there'll be a whole wind tunnel come through. We don't have that. And it helps us with little things like the humidity too. And no, it is the same as the Vista, but it's not at all. It's so much different and so many additions. And when we created the programming on this ship, we actually said, all right, we don't want people to leave the ship and go, it's the same as the Vista.
Right.
We want people to go, the Vista did that, and then come to it and go, but the Horizon did that. You'll see that tonight at the Electric White Party.
Very cool.
For our guests that go to the Vista, they're expecting the same thing, but it's absolutely not. And there's a cool twist at the end as well, which I'm sure you'll like.
Fun. Looking
Yeah.
forward to that. Now, I have noticed quite a mix of cruisers. I've seen multi-gen groups, lots of friend groups, families,
Yeah.
young kids. Is that a typical demographic? Because I've seen some cruises
this.
I've been on where it seems like there's a clear demographic, like an older generation,
Yeah.
you've got young families, and there's a huge mix that I've noticed. Is
Yeah,
that typical for Carnival?
Carnival does have people spanning the generations. There's fun for all. There's fun for all. No matter what you got, we bring it to the table. A lot of other cruise lines gear their product more to certain sections.
Right.
We have more junior cruisers sailing with Carnival every year than any other cruise line. That's a cool statement. Over 800,000, like a year, over 5 million guests. So we do pride ourselves on that. I just had my family cruise, my niece and my nephew, and 4 and 2, and my brother and his wife were like, they're not going to like Camp Ocean, they won't like it, they want to be with us all day, and within 7 seconds of walking in the door, they didn't want to leave.
They're like,
so then,
"See ya."
yeah, and then the big kids can go out there and have fun. Like my little brother was like, he didn't ever think he was going to be able to do a shore excursion, and we could because they didn't want to leave. And that's great. No, we got people from everywhere. In fact, this cruise is particular out of New York. Now, every home port, I love this. I love this. No two cruises are the same. And that's something that myself and the entertainment director here pride ourselves on. Today, if you looked at the fun times for this morning and you looked at the beginning of the week, it would have been different because the guests are different, you know?
Right.
So we've got a lot of people that are participating as groups and families. Even in my late activities, I make sure that my trivia parties that I host are accessible for any age. So if you want to have what should we do as a family tonight? Let's go hang out with Mike in the evening at the trivia party. And today I've added in egg drop, which is a silly activity. Like, it hasn't been on this ship for the last few weeks. I've come back after my vacation. I brought it back because I thought, like, the guests this week will enjoy it. So there's always a change. This cruise, we have 55% first-time cruisers, which won't traditionally happen out of a lot of home ports.
Right.
We're out in New York now, of course, and 55% is a lot. That is a lot. When we were doing European, we had 0% first-time
really?
cruises almost. I mean, it was,
Yeah.
So
What would be your top, I'd say, maybe 3, your top 3 tips
Okay.
for first-time cruisers?
Oh, easy. First one will always be the same. I mention it on stage a lot. The first one will always be the same. I don't want you to plan your cruise. But knowing how you're going to spend your day is so important. The number one question I get on a ship as big as this, with as many options as this, at the end of the cruise will always be the same. On my last cruise, we did this. Why didn't you do this?
Right.
And my statement will always be, we did. Because on a lot of other ships, what they can put in, a lot of people look at the fun times or look at the app and they see just the top entertainment. Well, that's okay if you're a smaller ship with any line, but when I've got 5,000 guests on board and as many options I've got, I can't put everything in the top entertainment. This is probably the only ship you're ever going to go on where towel folding fun is not top entertainment, but I couldn't fit it in.
Right.
So I really need people, no matter what cruise ship, no matter what cruise line, take the time in the morning, get the fun times out, and go, what should we do today? Turn the phones off, put them away, sit as a family and go, hey, I'm thinking about doing this, this, and this. Should we meet at this? Should we highlight this? And just taking some time.
Yeah.
And with the new hub, you can do that for the week. And it's great. Like, that's my number 2 tip. Download the Carnival Hub app.
It's fantastic.
It's
we have utilized it a
and
lot.
the industry has got some catching up to do with us with this app right now.
It's wonderful.
And how great is it? Like, now you can go, all right, I'm planning on going to Steakhouse on Tuesday. I want to go to Steakhouse on Tuesday, but back in the day, you couldn't really know what was happening on Tuesday. Whereas now you can go, oh, wait a minute. Tonight they've got Jumanji on and Black Panther.
Right.
So I don't want to go to Steakhouse this night because I really want to watch that.
Exactly.
You couldn't do that before. Whereas now you can go, we can book the Steakhouse because that movie's showing that day. Oh, and they're doing a repeat because it's the most popular movie on this day. So let's go do it here.
Yeah.
Or let's go and spend this evening here because we can watch the second show instead of the first. Or it's just, it makes a big difference. So download the Carnival Hub app and pay that $5 and chat to each other.
Yes, we have used that quite a bit.
You don't see walkie-talkies anymore, do you?
No, I did one. I saw one family.
5 years ago, everyone was having walkie-talkies, but now you don't need it anymore.
Yeah, it's fantastic. So you have so much energy.
So I've got you said I have 3.
I'm sorry.
You're letting me miss out on my 3. I'm sorry. I gotta do it.
Sorry.
My last one is talk to the crew.
Yes.
Carnival, we pride ourselves on the crew. This ship has 63 nationalities. This cruise.
Wow.
63 nationalities on this ship. This cruise, and it's something that brings a lot to the table. And my one thing will be talk to the crew, speak to them, say hello. Find out where they're from, find out about what they would recommend, find out, just say hi. Speak to your cabin steward. A lot of our crew are doctors or lawyers in the real world, and they can get a better life for their families doing this on board.
Right.
At the end of the day, that's what we all want. Some of them are here for 6, 7, 8, 9 months, and they're part of the family. Carnival is fun. We're fun for the crew and for the guests.
Right.
Happy crew means happy guests, and that's something that all of the senior management pride ourselves on how much fun we can have with that. So,
yes, we have met some really amazing people.
And talking to people.
Yeah.
When you're in the elevator, say hello. When you're going around, say hi, and it makes all the difference. It really does.
And you seem to really encourage that as a cruise director. You have so much energy, and you're like, I'll see you around the ship, and just really get engaged with just.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not from a theatre background. I'm not. So how do you become a cruise director? Well, actually, my background has been being a youth director.
Oh,
I used to manage youth programs all over the world, for Missouri for a while as well. So my background is, I'm not as funny as some on stage, and I can't sing and I can't dance, but I like to talk to people. So I like to be around and chat and make sure everyone interacts and say hello. Like, it's my parents, when they cruise, talked about a family again, but it's been really nice to have them on board recently.
Right.
They chatted to 2 people that were sat close to them, actually not even at the same table at dinner, and they started chatting, and then they randomly bump, and you'll bump into the same people, chatting, and now, when they go on holiday, they're talking about going on holiday with a couple they met on the cruise.
That's cool.
And these moments don't happen, and they've got nothing in common.
Right.
But they've got in common that they want to have a good time, and they just talk. Okay, my dad would talk about golf, and that gentleman talked about golf, but it's nice to have them. Talk to each other, make friends, and no, it's tonight you're going to see it for the party in the atrium.
Yes.
People are separate at the start there, and then by the end they're jumping and hugging each other.
That'll be fun.
That's gonna be
Good
great.
times. Cool. Thank you so much for speaking with us today. And Carnival is one of our AAA travel partners. So if you have not booked a cruise yet, call your AAA travel agent today. And look in Go Magazine in the center. We have all kinds of fantastic specials. So make sure to take a look at that. Thank you so much. And follow this guy's Instagram account.
Facebook, I'm better at that.
Are you?
I'm better at
Okay,
Facebook.
Facebook
It's easy. It's Mike Pack, Cruise Director.
Easy peasy.
Couldn't be any easier, could it?
Yeah, that's easy. Follow this guy.
Please
Excellent.
do.
Thank
Thanks
you so
very
much.
much. Have a great day.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
And hopefully we'll see you on board.